We're now well into autumn in the garden, getting deep into November now, and the leaves are coming down. These acers, the acers above me here, is starting to take colour. Ferns, of course, still look good, the evergreen ones. I love the low sun as it comes through some of the fading leaves. It's almost like standing at a stained glass window, how some bits are highlighted and others in shade. So we come round the bonsai larch. Colours really singing out at the moment. But it's that time with the garden. It's got so much, some people would call it a mess, but it's the evidence of the spring and the summer as the leaves come off and the patterns that the leaves make. I just enjoy all these little acer leaves, and each one makes little magic pictures. There's a nice little group here, little magic pictures where they sit individually, and then other areas where they all pile up. Of course we'll have to get out and get these tidied up when they dry out a bit. It's always better to do it when they're dry than wet. They're easier to lift. So the beds, raised beds and the troughs, the cyananthus coming over the end here, having had the frosts now, is starting to retreat, and we'll soon move that all. I'll take all that. This is just sits as a mat, and I can remove all of that. And what you'll see underneath, if I start removing that, here's the leaves here coming through of some of the bulbs of this narcissus, bulbicodiums, that will give us flower early in the spring. The dwarf salix also turning nice colours. And we just wander round a lone crocus down there, a late crocus, Crocus banaticus. I'm just coming around here to get a view across the garden. You can see how now quite a few of the trees have lost all their leaves. The two acers still have some leaves, but they're just starting to colour now. Their leaves are starting to drop. But the beds that will full of erythroniums all down there, not resting really, but their buds will be just pushing up, forming ever so slowly. So it's just more of the same up the garden. I have piles of shredded prunings lying there. Shredded about a month or 6 weeks ago, or shortly I'll get these spread out over the beds as a nice organic mulch. And just the leaves on the path. Beds look a real mess. You see down here there's a few mushrooms and toadstools, garden fungus, feeding on the organic matter, breaking it down so the plants can do it. There's another pile of compost to be spread in there. And if we come around here and go through the gate, you can look up to see the sorbus there, Sorbus hoopyensis, covered in berries. Over to the new bed by the pond, mulched in pine needles, and now getting added colour from the acer and sorbus leaves that are dropping on it. The new growth, the green growth we're seeing is Corydalis pseudobarbicepala and Mucronopetala. And then beyond to another acer, really crimson leaves. Scattered all over the ground. So we can turn back round and see. Here's Molly. She's been sort of curtailed in her exploring, having just recently had a big operation. But she's doing fine now and she can start coming out the garden, can't you? She likes that, she likes to be out the garden with me. Ramondas in the trough. And more Ramondas spilling out into this bed. And then as we come here we can look down. The area that Molly's going is area that's just recently been opened up, and this whole area that I'm working on, all the way down here and round there. Some of these trees, this conifer here, I'm considering taking that out altogether and opening up. So a huge area down there. I've been showing you that as I've been working on it. A lot of that area's planted up now with some plants, but I'll continue to plant it up as we go along. And the whole big area there to work on. So let's just take a shortcut through the alliums around the wall and the pines. So many plants shut down. Others are waking up. Of course we've got the always Salmisias, the evergreens, Rhododendron roxanum, Oreonastes, and cyclamen underneath it. Cyclamen seeded out into the path. The green leaves over there of Corydalis Creighton blue. I think we'll go round now. I'm going to head round past the sculpture into this bulb house. Let's just turn, have a look back. Towards the south, the low sun in the sky backlighting the plants. There's much work to be done over the winter. This is a lovely fresh foliage there. That's one of the Corydalis. That's Corydalis Creighton purple. And if I come up here, the berries. Look at the number of fruits on there. So that's Gualtheria numularia. So as I come in here, well, we can peek through the window there. That'll save me going all the way around. You can see in the bulb house with the pots, there's various crocus and a lot of growth as I peek through the window in there. But let's reverse and spin around again. See the colours on the trees. Into the sand beds. Not so much on this one at the moment, but what we really need to be sure to do is, as soon as crocuses go like that or anything, just try and pluck it off as clean and get rid of that, because that will very quickly form grey mould. So not too much in this particular bed here. However, we do have some narcissus starting to come here. Two little narcissus. And it's the same in this one on the end. It's mostly fritillarias, and it's only in the last 12 months that I've been adding extra things in. There's another little narcissus. This side, this one's had more of the autumn crocus in. Here we have some galanthus, the Regina algae. Another crocus needing tidied up. Look here. Get that off. Try and get it clean, yep. I'll come back and get all these cleaned up. Little cyclamen. Tropaeolum azurium. A few more crocus. So that's these bulb houses will take us all through the winter, giving us flowering interest. So that's the sand bed, one of the sand bed houses. And then let's just climb over, and I started looking at the podophyllum seed pods, the big fat fruits of this podophyllum. So let's finish with the bright red Paracema seeds lying on the ground. Is a suitable autumn coloured scene to finish on today. So thanks for joining me on this little walk. See you next time.